RossBrown.online. Hope you're having a spectacular day wherever you are in the world today. Now in today's video, I want to talk to you about mastering your internal dialogue. You see, there's an old saying that thoughts become things. But do you know what? On average, each one of us as human beings will have around about 60,000 thoughts a day. So it's very, very difficult for us to monitor and control those. Now, there are ways of doing that. I've made lots of videos about it and I'll continue to make more, but that's not for now. But around about 60,000 thoughts a day on average for each one of us. Now, the thing is that each one of those thoughts actually can be traced back to a core belief that we have. Something that goes up to make up the internal fabric of who we actually are, what we believe about ourselves, what we believe about the world we live in, and what we believe about what we can achieve, our place in the world that we live in. That's the thing. Any one belief can have literally thousands of thoughts shooting off from it. So clearly the easier thing to do if you want to change the way you think, the way you feel and the way you perform in life is to go a bit deeper than the habitual patterns of thinking that you've got and dig into what you believe about yourself, what you believe about your world and your place in it. And then once you understand exactly what you believe about you and your world and your potential and place in this world, then anything that doesn't fit what you want and is ultimately sabotaging what it is you want to do with your life can be changed, can be switched out for a more positive and supportive belief. And the way to do that is to then go back to your thinking patterns, go back to your affirmations and consciously be aware of what you think, what you're saying to yourself, etc. The labels you're attaching, the feelings that are attached to those labels, and start to switch those out for things that are more supportive of who you want to become, the things that you want to do, and ultimately the things that you want to have, not just for yourself, but have so that you can share it with others. So I really want you to get a handle on this. Yes, thoughts do become things, but not entirely on their own. Thoughts require the support of a belief system. You see, you could think a million thoughts a day, but if you don't believe any of them deep down, if you've got no real belief in any of it as being true, then, very seldom will any of that stuff ever actually show up in your physical reality. The truth of the matter is the thinking patterns that seem to, at least consciously, lead to certain circumstances showing up in our world do so because you take action as a result of having those thoughts. But the only reason you take action is because there is emotion attached to those thoughts, and the emotion is coming from some deep, passionate belief that that is going to happen, or that is the way it should be, blah, blah, blah. So when it boils down to it, thoughts are really just a symptom of your belief system, of what you believe is going to show up. And the more you buy into something on a deep inner level, the more emotion is attached to it, the more you will effectively have the catalyst for motivating action that sees to it that that very thing will show up. So I know I'm kind of going on a little bit here, and hopefully you can pick out the nuggets of what I'm trying to get to. But essentially, I mention it in virtually every video I ever make. Be, do, have. That's your formula. Let's not make it any more difficult than that. Be, do, have. But before you can do things on a higher level than you are right now, and you can have more in your life and more to share with others that you love, before you can have more to go out there and share with the world you live in and make it a better place, you have to become more as a human and a spiritual being. You need to be empowered, you need to be passionate, and you need to be spiritually aligned in connection with who you are, your purpose, your passion. That's how these things happen. So, firstly, be conscious of your consciousness. Be conscious of the fact that you're thinking these things. Watch your thoughts. And when you see a pattern of negative, unsupportive thinking going on, substitute it by affirming something positive that pushes you in the direction of that which you do want. Remember, your subconscious mind, and that's where you've got to do the reprogramming, your subconscious mind can only invest its time and energy focusing on your predominant thought, one in fact, at a time. So if you're having a negative thought or a negative pattern going of thinking, then all you need to do is passionately and strongly and out loud, if you want, affirm positive stuff. And then you will overwrite that. Your subconscious mind will listen to that. Your subconscious mind will then subsequently go out into your world and seek evidence to support what you're saying as being the truth. Now, here's the thing. You may well have a negative default setting right now. And when push comes to shove, you'll find yourself snapping back there. But here's the thing. You've probably had years and years on this planet of doing things that way. So don't expect it to kind of snap into place the other way in 24 hours. This is going to take some commitment on your part. But I think you're worth it. And I think deep down you know you're worth it. So if you make that commitment to yourself, a commitment to do whatever it takes, whether it's in life, in your business, I don't care what it is, you can change it and have it exactly the way you want it, as long as you make up your mind to do it. In other words, make a choice and then make another choice to do whatever it takes. Step up, become more, then do more, then have more. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I've enjoyed making it for you. If you like all things around personal development, spiritual alignment, and all that good stuff, and high performance, you might like to get along to robertcbrown.online. That's robertcbrown.online. Join my community over there. It'd be lovely to welcome you into the family. And we can dig even deeper into all this stuff there as well. Regardless, keep coming back. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel. Keep coming back and visiting us. And of course, if you've got any comments, I love to reply to comments. I love to get a conversation going. So questions, comments, they're all very, very welcome. With that said, have a great rest of your day. Check in and see me again soon. Cheers.